Today, opening statements will begin in the trial of the paramedics accused of killing Elijah McClain. It is the third and final criminal trial over McClain's death in Aurora 4 years ago. Jeremy Cooper and Peter Chikuniak both face charges of reckless manslaughter, criminally negligent homicide, and assault. They injected McClain with ketamine after Aurora officers stopped him. McClain was walking home and hadn't done anything wrong. The coroner and defense attorneys for the police officers who've already stood trial repeatedly blamed the ketamine and the paramedics for McClain's death. Juries acquitted 2 of the officers and found 1 guilty of a lesser charge.
Today, President Joe Biden will head down to Pueblo. He's visiting the CS Wind Factory, the largest wind turbine tower manufacturing plant in the world. It's in Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's district. President Biden has pointed to the plant as a result of the Inflation Reduction Act, which Boebert and all other House Republicans voted against. Also happening today, a 6th set of hostages are scheduled to be freed by Hamas. This will be the 2nd release during the extension of the truce between the militant group and the Israeli military. That truce could expire today. The United States is also providing more humanitarian help to the people in Gaza. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said the U.S. is flying more than 54,000 pounds of food and medical supplies to a hub in Egypt. From there, workers will distribute the supplies to the people in Gaza. Sullivan said President Biden is committed to sustaining and expanding the international humanitarian response.
This morning, deputies in Douglas County are looking for the people who broke into 19 cars in one night. Investigators used AirPods to track down the suspect's truck, but couldn't find the thief themselves. It happened last Sunday. Deputies say that 2 people in a stolen Ford pickup broke into cars all across Highlands Ranch. All but one of the cars were unlocked. Deputies say a woman and the man that she was with stole at least $6,700 worth of stuff, including a pair of AirPods. Investigators tracked the AirPods to an apartment complex in Arapahoe County where they found the pickup. Right now, deputies are still looking for the suspects.
Denver police say they're searching for someone who shot a FedEx driver and stole their truck. It happened on Monday on Vine Street in the Elyria-Swansea neighborhood. Denver police say that FedEx driver ended up in the hospital. The driver's injuries aren't life-threatening, and officers found the delivery truck about 2 miles away. Police are looking for the suspect and trying to figure out if they stole anything from the truck. As part of the mayor's plan to house 1,000 people, Denver's looking to convert another hotel in North Park Hill.
Yeah, neighbors showed up to a community meeting last night with concerns. They say too many housing units are going into their area when some neighborhoods don't have any proposed sites. 3 hotels are being used for shelter in the Central Park and Park Hill neighborhoods. The former Comfort Inn on Quebec Street has been used as a family shelter since before Johnston took office, but the Johnston administration is now converting 2 nearby hotels into shelter and transitional housing. The former Best Western on Quebec and the former Stay Inn on East 38th. Those sites are all in City Council District 8. Johnston promised each City Council district would host a micro-community site, but sites in 4 districts have been canceled or downsized. The city says that they are looking for additional sites there. Those who live in District 8, though, are concerned.
We've been assaulted. Our vehicles have been stolen. We've had vandalism up and down the streets.
It is unfair to the children who ride their bikes.
Right now, the city has been able to house almost 300 people. Mayor Johnston attended the end of last night's meeting and said they have turned down offers in District 8 and 2 hotel sets will come online soon in other parts of the city.
Closing down streets to keep businesses open during the pandemic. That's what the city of Denver did more than 3 years ago, and people liked it so much they extended the closure until now. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live at 29th and Larimer. And Brianna, now the Rhino Arts District is getting input from the community on whether to keep that area closed.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So they're hearing from both sides, business owners who want this closure and then business owners who say no. So those business owners who don't want this closure to happen for 2024, they say it just causes traffic jams right here near these barricades that you see right behind me. And then you have business owners who like this because of the outdoor space that they created, and you can see that white tent behind me, and it's just brought in more businesses for them. So like you guys mentioned, Larimer Square right here in Rhino, Larimer Street, I should say, right here in Rhino has been closed since the pandemic, so in 2020, and the city created a temporary outdoor places program. So it aimed to help bars and restaurants stay open by opening up outdoor spaces for additional seating. So originally, the program was only set to run through October 2020, and then the program was extended until the end of this year. Now, some business owners along Larimer Street want the road to stay closed for at least another year, if not longer.
Yeah, it's benefited our business not only from before, but now just being in an area where either more shared patio space and just the idea of people coming in either through Ubers and Lyfts, it becomes a central focal point. We're starting to do more events along the block out open to the community.
Now, before a permit is submitted and approved for 2024, there's a couple of things that need to happen. First, the community feedback, which happened last night during that meeting. Then engineers need to collect any traffic data that could impact this area in Rhino. And then an application needs to be reviewed, submitted, and approved. So still a couple of steps that need to happen before a final decision is made for 2024. Jordan, Corey?
And we know you'll be following along each step of the way, Brianna. Thank you.
There's another place in Denver to donate to those in need this holiday season. There are now 4 giving machines in Cherry Creek's Winter Wonderland Holiday Market. That's at 2nd and Fillmore. You can buy items like coats, care kits that will go toward people who need help. The machines will be up and running 24 hours a day through New Year's Eve.
This morning, the Boulder Valley School Board has a plan to speed up the district's efforts to fight climate change.
Sweeney Moran.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The district agreed to make school buildings more green, expand lessons on climate change, and create job programs focused on sustainability. Students, along with a national environmental group, have been pushing for this for months. The district says it'll add the climate change-focused lessons to classrooms by 2026.
And one thing you want to know about the weather is we're going to be back in the 50s, but I had to show you this. Look at this about to be sunrise. We just have a few scattered clouds around, but we have more clouds tomorrow with colder temperatures.
All right, Ed, thank you. We've been following delays on eastbound 270, still seeing them this hour. Between I-25 and I-70, we're dealing with about a 10-minute backup because of that crash approaching Vasquez.
All right, Erica, thank you. Well, Southwest airline pilots are preparing for a possible strike. The Southwest Airlines Pilots Association set up a strike center in Maryland as union members want better pay, benefits, and working conditions. Pilots have been in contract talks with the airlines for more than 3 years now. Negotiations continue this week, and the union says if nothing comes of it, the pilots are prepared to walk out and be on the picket line by December 30th. Well, for a second time this month, Newark Congressman George Santos is facing another expulsion vote. California Democrat Robert Garcia introduced a privileged resolution to expel Santos from office. Now, Republican leadership must bring it to the House floor for a vote within 2 legislative days. Earlier this year, Garcia tried to force a vote on a similar resolution to expel Santos, but the House voted to refer it to the ethics panel, causing a congressional investigation. This time, Garcia says he believes he has the votes to expel Santos. A supermajority, or 2/3 vote, is required to expel a member of Congress.
It's 6:09 right now. The U.S. Capitol Christmas tree is officially lit. It marks the beginning of the holiday season in Washington, D.C. This year's tree is a 63-foot Norway spruce from the mountains of West Virginia. 4th grader Ethan Reese helped light the tree yesterday along with House Speaker Mike Johnson and his wife Kelly. The tree will be lit through New Year's Day.